Kim Kardashian is facing intense backlash yet again, this time for what fans are calling a tone-deaf decision to promote her brand, Skims, while wildfires ravage Los Angeles County. And honestly, are we even surprised? The timing couldn't have been worse. Just hours after the devastating Palisades blaze erupted, Skims' official Instagram account was busy hyping a winter sale instead of addressing the ongoing tragedy.
Okay, so it looks like the internet is pissed at Miss Kimberly K. Let's get into it. So Kim Kardashian is getting dragged for promoting her Skims brand during the California fire.
Let's break this down. On Wednesday, as more than 30,000 people were forced to evacuate their homes, Skims posted several promotional slides.
On Wednesday, she was promoting her winter sale for Skims, and people were not happy about it. So people are calling her tone deaf for promoting her business when she could be sharing resources and helpful information.
One of them read, "Set your alarm to shop the first major event of the year with up to 50% off your favorite Skims collections." Now, if you're wondering why this move sets social media ablaze, no pun intended, it's because many felt it was incredibly insensitive given the dire situation in LA at the time. The criticism came fast and furious in the comment sections of Skims' posts. People demanded to know why the brand wasn't using its massive platform to share resources or support for those affected by the fires. One user bluntly asked, "How about making a post of resources that's going on in LA and what Kim and Skims is doing to help?" Another didn't mince words either, saying, "Still trying to make money from people during the horrific fires."
Y'all, LA is burning down, and Kimberly Noel is literally posting telling us to go buy Skims. This is her Instagram stories right now.
And if you think that's harsh, it gets worse. A commenter called out Kim directly, saying, "What about California? All you care about is yourself and money. Khloe is the realest. That's why I love her so much." Ouch. Talk about a dig at Kim while praising her sister Khloe Kardashian, who's been posting resources and updates about the fires on her Instagram stories. Now, some fans came to Kim's defense, arguing that she's also likely affected by the wildfires and is grieving in her own way. One supporter said, "She's also in the middle of a traumatic event. Have some empathy." Another added, "To everyone hating, did you go to work during the fires? Because that's what she's doing. Working."
Devastating fires continue to burn in Southern California. Unfortunately, we have seen the death toll continue to climb. At least 16 people have been killed, and the powerful Palisades and Eaton fire have destroyed over 30,000 acres.
But the reality is, this isn't just about Kim working. It's about how her brand chose to handle, or rather ignore, the situation. Skims is a billion-dollar company with enormous influence, and fans expected it to use its platform for good. A particularly pointed comment even suggested that the brand take all the sale profits and donate them to fire victims.
Kim Kardashian's Skims brand is donating clothing and essentials to families affected by the Los Angeles wildfires. Along with supporting the Los Angeles Fire Department Foundation, Skims is providing clothing, underwear, and socks to Baby to help those in need.
Now, let's address the elephant in the room. Did Kim personally approve these posts? That's unclear. But even if she didn't, she's the face of Skims, and the buck stops with her. A rep for Skims has yet to comment on the matter, leaving fans to speculate on whether this was a deliberate decision or just poor timing. However, according to insiders, Kim might be working on a statement addressing the backlash. But, and here's where things get spicy, those same insiders claim that she's doing it not out of genuine concern, but to protect her brand's reputation. That's right, folks. Allegedly, Kim's team is worried this PR disaster could hurt Skims' bottom line. And honestly, would we expect anything less from someone who's been accused of prioritizing profits over people before? Let's not forget Kim's questionable track record when it comes to addressing social issues. Sure, she's made headlines for her work in criminal justice reform, but she's also been criticized for staying silent, or worse, making controversial comments about other major events. This latest incident only adds fuel to the fire, pun intended,
of what it takes to get there. So as surprised as I am, because I feel like I'm always in that pinch me moment in everything I do in life.
It's worth noting, though, that Kim and her family have contributed to relief efforts in the past. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, Skims donated $1 million to families in need. And in this case, the Kardashians reportedly donated meals to first responders battling the LA fires. But critics argue that these gestures aren't enough, especially when juxtaposed with the brand's aggressive marketing tactics during a crisis. And let's talk about the wildfires themselves. These aren't just minor incidents. They're the most destructive fires in LA's history, scorching over 15,000 acres of land. Celebrities like Paris Hilton, Heidi Montag, Leighton Meester, and Anna Faris have already lost their homes. While Kim's $60 million mansion has been spared so far, that doesn't mean the crisis hasn't hit close to home. But here's the thing, when you're a public figure of Kim's caliber, the expectations are different. Fans don't just want to see you living your glamorous life, they want to see you using your influence for good. And when you fail to meet those expectations, the backlash can be brutal. Now, let's circle back to Khloe Kardashian. Fans are holding her up as an example of how Kim should have handled the situation. By sharing resources and information about the fires, Khloe demonstrated a level of empathy and awareness that Kim seems to lack. Or at least, that's how it's being perceived. This comparison isn't doing Kim any favors, especially since the Kardashians are constantly under scrutiny for how they navigate their massive platforms. Interestingly, this isn't the first time Skims has faced criticism for being tone deaf. Remember when the brand was called out for its lack of size inclusivity in its early days? Or the backlash over its marketing campaigns that some felt were out of touch with everyday consumers? It seems like Skims just can't catch a break when it comes to PR blunders. So, what's the takeaway here? For one, it's a reminder that timing is everything, especially in the age of social media. When your audience is dealing with a crisis, promoting a sale isn't just insensitive, it's a recipe for disaster. And while some fans may argue that Kim is just working, the reality is that her brand operates on a different level. With great power comes great responsibility, and this time, it seems Kim dropped the ball. But let's be real for a second. Kim Kardashian isn't new to controversy, and she's certainly no stranger to bouncing back. Whether it's a scandal involving her personal life or criticism of her business ventures, Kim has a way of turning the narrative around. Will this backlash stick, or will it fade into the background like so many others before it? Some believe that Kim's ability to weather these storms comes down to her loyal fan base. No matter how many people criticize her, she's got millions who adore her and are willing to defend her at all costs. But even her biggest supporters seem divided on this issue, which makes this controversy particularly interesting. Then there's the broader conversation about celebrity culture and responsibility. Should public figures be held accountable for how they respond to crises? Is it fair to expect them to put their lives and businesses on hold to address these issues? Or are we placing unrealistic expectations on them? These are questions that don't have easy answers, but they're worth considering. In Kim's case, the criticism seems to stem from the fact that she's built her brand on being relatable and aspirational. When that image doesn't align with her actions, it creates a disconnect that fans can't ignore. For now, all eyes are on Kim to see how she handles this situation. Will she issue a heartfelt apology and take meaningful steps to help those affected by the fires? Or will she ride out the storm and hope the controversy dies down on its own? Either way, one thing's for sure. Kim Kardashian's every move will continue to be scrutinized, and this latest incident is just another chapter in her ever-controversial story.
You could pause to read, but she did say she donated to the Los Angeles Fire Department and she made a donation. So what are her thoughts on this? Do we think she was in the wrong or was it just bad timing?
What remains to be seen is whether this backlash will push Kim to take a more proactive approach in the future. After all, public perception is a powerful thing, especially for someone whose empire relies so heavily on her personal brand. If there's one lesson to be learned here, it's that actions, or lack thereof, speak louder than words. And for Kim, the stakes have never been higher. That's all we had for today. Make sure to subscribe to the Celebrity Buzz for more videos like this, and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it.